Body count is directly proportional to the way she moves in the sexual/dating marketplace and her overall sexual temperance. If a woman has slept with 100 men, then it means she doesn't respect herself, so why would she respect you as a mate?
Disagree? You disagree?
I totally disagree with that. And I would flip it too, and I would say, do you give that same kind of standard to men? Like, do you, like, it bugs me to my core. And I think, like, look, the thing is, I'm not a feminist or anything like that, but what bugs me to my core is the double standard of men can do whatever they want. They can stick their dick in whatever they want, and it's cool. But God forbid a woman have multiple sexual partners. That it bugs the shit out of me. Because put your same logic to yourself. And
who should pay for the first date?
The man.
That's a double standard. There's all kinds of double standards that happen to exist. Some benefit men, some benefit women. Why? I would say though, my personal view on promiscuity, I don't think it's good for either gender. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's granted, I do think that there are some differences. Hold on, I'll come back to that.
Donated $101. Women always admitting that they are themselves the liars through the statement/question she could lie. Imagine using a hypothetical of lying as an argument. Tells a lot about you and your character. Liar Brian Plaza, host the podcast, not Chase.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you, Jacama. Appreciate it. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying, I don't understand why you think that a man paying on the date is the equivalent of like a double standard.
Well, it's an expectation that you have on men that you don't hold for yourself or for other women. That is a double standard.
But doesn't the man ask the woman?
Huh?
The man asks the woman, though.
So
why would he ask
But it's
her?
a double, again, there are double standards that benefit women. There are double standards that benefit men. It is what it is. I don't think it's desirable for men or women to be promiscuous because, one, I don't think like there's this trope about, it's high value to, it's high value for a guy to just like sleep with a bunch of chicks. First off, like the risk of STDs, I don't think it's high value if you catch herpes and you're going to be bringing your future wife or children a disease. Yeah. So like, I don't care how fucking attractive or how rich you are, if you're bringing your future partner some sort of like VD, that's not fucking high status or cool. So yeah, it's certainly not alpha to fucking have herpes in my view.
I think men should be held to that standard she's talking about a little bit, whereas like that, yeah, don't just stick your dick in anything because
sure.
But then women would also just naturally follow into your most of the time into the lead of the man and not be promiscuous.
Raven DT donated $100. I have a body count of 7. One was a marriage that ended in divorce. The rest were in the pursuit of long-term relationships. Good men who want marriage are not whoring themselves around either.
Yeah, the difference is when it comes to the double standard, though, is I would argue that there is a differential insofar as it's rather difficult, comparatively speaking. It's hard for men to get laid, whereas it's very easy for women to get laid. So for a guy to be able to sleep with a lot of women, even though I don't think that that's necessarily a good thing, to some degree that's impressive, whereas it's not impressive for a woman to sleep with a lot of men because it's very easy for women to get laid, whereas it's rather difficult for men to get laid. Agree? Disagree? Sounds like, I don't know.
I agree with that.
Like any single girl here, if you're so inclined, it's 8:30 p.m. on a Sunday, like you could go download the dating app and like go get laid tonight. Mm-hmm. Even below average looking women, here's what I've said before. Nearly any woman, if she wanted to, could be a slut. I would argue a very small proportion of men can be sluts. They might want to, but the difference is the capacity to do it. I would say maybe like the top 10% of men can slut around.
Top 3 maybe.
Yeah. Well, also when it comes to sexual pull, I would argue that take an average woman's sexual pull. In order for a man to get the same degree of sexual attention from women that an average woman gets from a man, he needs to be like an A-list celebrity, a top tier, like, so we're talking top tier athlete, musician.
Point where like,
Nick, what do you do? Okay.
Guillotine.
So like, there's just so many differences when it comes to that. But here, let me get this last chat here. We have Jay Butler on the herpes thing. He's always talking about herpes.
On a long enough timeline, if you sleep with enough people, you will get genital herpes, as condoms do not protect from this.
True.
60 bodies equals exposure to 12 infected partners. Now you need to be taken out to pasture and be put down. Filthy, 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 filthy.
Okay, there you have it. Thank you, Jay Butler. Appreciate it. Let me get some of these super chats here. Would you marry a virgin if you could and take your chance they would be bad in bed? I suppose this is for everybody. Maybe this is directed at the men, but I guess we could go around the table. Would you marry a virgin?
I guess I'm not opposed to it, but I wouldn't prefer it.
You wouldn't prefer it?
I wouldn't prefer a virgin versus not a virgin.
Why is that?
'Cause I want somebody who knows how to have sex.
Okay.
Yeah, because I also feel like I want somebody who knows how to handle their sexual desire too.
Yes.
Because if they've never had sex before and then have sex and then like become a porn addict or just become addicted and like end up cheating because they have never had to control their sexual desire before and I don't know.
Controlling their desire though.
I'm pretty sure they're controlling their desire fairly well.
But I get what you're saying.
Like, but you know what I
sex.
mean? Like, I feel like they could just end up, once they have it, like, just, I don't know, not be able to be loyal. I don't know, because I actually knew of this happening once. There was this couple, and she married a guy who was a virgin. And then years into their marriage, she found out he was like sleeping with prostitutes, and she found these receipts and all this stuff.
Specific.
It's a very specific
Yeah.
thing for sure, and
And I
that's
think
not.
it's definitely backwards in what you're talking about. I think men that have way more sexual history are definitely more.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that
The
either,
data
but
backs that up
I
as
just,
well.
I also
Yeah.
feel like balance is key for everything. So I don't think I would desire someone who's a virgin, but I don't desire someone who's extremely promiscuous though, either.
Yeah, I would, because sex is so teachable. Like, you can teach somebody what you like. It's very, very teachable.
Okay.
I would, but I don't know if I would find myself attracted to a virgin.
Okay.
Like,
I would.
By the way, just letting you guys know, since I'm going around the table, you guys can preemptively, we don't need like a 5-second pause, but go ahead.
I would, because I'd be marrying for love, not for the sex.
I prefer a virgin.
I don't really care. I look for other qualities.
Yeah, I would do it. Mm-hmm.
Chase, what about you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can, if you're a man and you have strong frame and your woman desires you, like, you can teach her how to have great sex with you. And if she really desires you, it's probably going to unfold like that.
Yeah.
There's a direct correlation between the enjoyment of sex and how much desire your partner has for you.
I would definitely get with a virgin. I'd prefer a virgin, or just like low body count. I mean, I don't need the girl to be a virgin, but low body count is definitely preferable.